We're live. Here we are. Welcome back, my friends. It's been a long time. Season 2 of the podcast from the new podcast studio. Check this out. This is also my new home where I've been living, and that's why I haven't done an episode in a long time and relaunching the podcast because I've literally retransplanted myself from 9 or almost 10 years in Asia back to Canada. And there's been so much going on. It's been absolutely insane, but things have been going incredible. That's what this podcast is all about, giving you guys an update of what's happening, where things are at with the show, what's going on with me personally, professionally, all that stuff. And I'm just so excited to bring an absolutely stacked lineup of guests that are going to be coming onto the show. And before I get into the content of today's episode, I want to give you like a sneak peek behind the scenes of what's going to be coming up on these future episodes so that you guys will be excited to tune in, because the guests that I have lined up are literally world class. Like, these are massive names and influencers in many different industries. If you saw my last post, we're going to be focusing a lot on business because Corona has screwed a lot of people financially and with their businesses. And these guys are the best in the world on growing and scaling and just starting businesses. Literally the best in the world. Forbes, Entrepreneur, these guys and girls have been in a ton of them. All right. So let me just read off this list to kind of give you a glimpse, and then we'll get into the content for today's episode and give you just an update of what's going on. All right. So first and foremost, I've connected with a really old friend, one of my first mentors from like 2007 or 2008. He's the #1 sales trainer in the entire world. Literally, like, if you Google this guy, he's just a beast and gets his clients the biggest results and best results in the whole sales industry. His name is Jeremy Miner. Just go to Google, search Jeremy Miner, watch some of his videos. He's like the most calm, cool guy ever. But he has a technique looking at, like, he's basically like a scientific, neuroscientific scientist. I don't know the exact NEPQ is what he calls it. Neuralistic persuasive questions. It's all question-based selling. It's really powerful. So Jeremy Miner is going to be coming on the show. I've got Shakir Hussein, $30 million by the age of 30. The guy is just a rock star. And the crazy thing is, in that conversation that we did, he told me that I was actually one of the people that inspired him to get started with his digital marketing business like over a decade ago. So that was awesome to hear and just super humbling. So he just shared so many great points on really how to pivot and develop a digital business, right? So Shakir Hussein is going to be on the show. Also Adam Ariano. If you've ever had an idea to like create an app, right? Everyone has these ideas for apps. I have one that would be a great dating app that I'll probably share sometime and maybe work with Adam on. But if you've ever had an idea of an app, Adam actually teaches people and helps them create their app ideas. And he's helped a ton of people do that. So if you've got an idea for an app, definitely tune into that episode. We've got Robert McGinnis, who has just recently been on not Fortune 500, but yeah, Forbes and Entrepreneur magazine. He's all over a lot of the big publications right now. He teaches people how to turn their passion into profits. So a lot of people are pivoting right now in the world with Corona. It's crazy. Nothing like we've ever seen before, and people pivoting into new industries. Like I mentioned on my last post, this is going to be a real valuable episode for people. We've got World Nate. So World Nate, Nathan Bouchard, he's like a digital nomad. You've probably seen him on Instagram. He travels the world. He's been doing it for, almost a decade with his now fiance and wife. And we met and hung out in Bali. He's a surfer. He's a friend with the Swans, Brian and Rhonda Swan. Check them out from my previous episode last season. And last but not least, actually, before I do that, we've got a really couple interesting ones around relationships. So this series is not going to just be all about business. We're going to have some fun and talking about dating, relationships, things like that. And one guy who literally just had a billboard of himself to try and get dates. So he bought a billboard downtown Austin, and he's had thousands of applicants applying to date him. So it's been a super interesting. He's been in a lot of the news stations. I'm actually interviewing him this Wednesday. So that's going to be an interesting episode. Uh, me being back in Canada after a decade in Asia, I can understand why he's doing it, but I'll save that for a conversation on that episode because I definitely have to get some tips around around that niche. Um, and also, I'm talking with a girl who is basically a live streaming model, and she makes a full-time income from streaming on like OnlyFans. So she's going to be coming on the show too. So we're going to get different dating tips from both some high influential people in different realms of meeting people and relationships. So that'll be good. And last but not least, David Sharp. This guy is the legend, the man, the myth, and the legend of CEO of Legendary Marketer. He is by far one of the biggest pioneers in the whole digital marketing arena. And I've been blessed to be able to work with him one-on-one, part of his corporate team for about the last 3 months. And that's really made the biggest difference for me translating back. It's been such a blessing. And just seeing how hard of a worker and how much he cares for his customers and clients, and just behind the scenes, how big of a impact this organization makes. And I haven't really shared much publicly about what I've been doing since I've been back in Canada, but that's kind of what these episodes are about. And, I've done 2 episodes on his show already that I'll get the audio and post on here. And he's just a great guy to connect with and follow. And like I said, the best in the business, and it's been around for a long time and a ton of integrity. So that's like a short glimpse of what the first few episodes are going to be looking like with this new season 2. If you wonder why I'm looking up here, I've got 2 cameras going. So that's why I'm looking at kind of like the main one that's going to be on YouTube. If you're watching this on Instagram, you might want to hop over to YouTube because I'm going to only keep this one live on Instagram for like 15 minutes. And then or audio, iTunes, Spotify, all the regular podcasts. Man, you know what? You guys give me a break. I haven't done this in a long time. And speaking into a camera with a microphone here. You can't see that on Instagram, but there's a big mic here. It's a skill, I think, and I've definitely lost some of the sword is not as sharp as it used to be when I used to pump these out weekly. So it's been months since I've done one of these. So maybe I just need to take a breath, and I don't have my water. Anyway, update on me. So I've been back now in Canada since end of February. So March, April, May, June, July, 6 months. So 6 months back in Canada. What's that look like? It's been very, very, very interesting. Has it been easy? Hell no. Has it been the right move? I think so. I hope so. Has it been rewarding? Absolutely. Do I feel like I did make the right choice? I think so. Have things worked out great? Yes. Like I could not have penciled out and put on a paper a better scenario to have just walked into. I mean, the first 2 months when I was back, it was brutal because I was still wrapping up a lot of things in Korea. If you haven't listened to episode, I think 86, where I talk about the exodus of leaving Asia, listen to it because I wanted to show just how kind of screwed my life really was there. My visa was canceled, my contract was canceled, my apartment I got scammed out of like 5 or 6 grand. Then this guy took all my furniture that was moving in. It was just a freaking, literally go back and listen to episode 86 after this. And the reason why I suggest you do that is a lot of you right now might be having a tough time. But I'm really like 3 months ahead of most people because I got hits with this in like January, right? Because I was in Asia. So it's like, and I got hit here in like March in North America. So just give yourself some time and things will balance out. Will you have to pivot and maybe do a new career, a new business? Probably, maybe. A lot of people do. And that's why I'm putting out these episodes to really kind of give people some ideas and options on what some ideas and options might be for you, right? So that's what I've been going through, just starting new. Like I feel like my life is completely brand new, like completely new. Like I don't even have really anything that I had there. Like I left all my clothes, my scooter, my bike, my surfboards, my paddleboard, like everything, my furniture, I left there. The only thing I brought back was like a couple boxes and a couple suitcases after a decade, right? So I literally bought everything here. So I've been like, I bought a new car, which is awesome. I love it. I haven't had a car for like years. I was driving like a scooter there, which was awesome. And I bought another scooter here too, because I miss having a scooter. I drive my scooter way more than my car. Like my car, I work from home. I live downtown. I'm on the beach. My car literally sits there every day, besides maybe a couple days a month. My scooter, I drive it all the time to just cruise around downtown, just because that's what I did in Asia. You know, I was just driving scooters all the time. Um, and then, yeah, so I bought a car, a scooter, a bike, furnished an entire new one-bedroom apartment. The new apartment is absolutely ridiculously incredible. There's a pool, sauna, hot tub right down there. It's not open yet, but after Corona, hopefully it will. Full ocean view, right? Stanley Park right over there, where I go play tennis. Tennis is like my new favorite sport. I play tennis like all the time now. There's a little golf course, pitch and putt over there. I go often as well. I play basketball. There's a basketball court in the park. Everything I need is right here. I've connected with a great group of friends, old friends and new friends that I've been making. I just really feel like everything in my life is brand new. And I'm not sharing that to like brag or boast, but just to kind of show you that there's new possibilities out there, that whatever you're going through, you can kind of hit the reset button. When I came back with like nothing. This would probably be a different episode, but when I came back, I just started applying for opportunities, thinking about opportunities, and just kind of give you a quick glimpse. I'm going to do a separate episode on this, like what I'm personally doing for like work and business and stuff. But like when I first got back, I was offered basically 3 different, like pretty much like 6-figure jobs, like 3 different industries, 3 different companies, which was incredible, like incredible luck and blessings, right? Because I was super stressed of what I was going to do, because I came back with with nothing, like, you know, besides my skill sets and things like that, and a pretty big network of people that I knew. And then also from there, I wanted to start some side gigs, right? Entrepreneur has always been kind of like a big part of me. So like I started renting out paddle boards, bought a couple, started renting them out. Now I'm transitioning them to scooters. I've done a number of other things too. So like, that's what I'm going to be sharing, is just kind of like how to start these side hustles and just like really get something going for people to help. And I've been blessed to work with the biggest and best, in my opinion, digital marketing agency or company in like North America, like with David Sharp. It's incredible. Like I'm so happy and blessed to be here. Long term, it's home, right? It's just like here, this feels like home to me right now. And the thing that's really unfortunate is I went surfing to Tofino, where I used to teach surfing for like 2 years on Vancouver Island. So I went surfing there I spent my 40th birthday alone for 5 nights surfing. And the last night my phone broke. I didn't lose it, but my phone broke. And I lost all my photos, videos, numbers, contacts, everything from like the last probably 4 years. It was like an iPhone 8 Plus. So whenever that came out, but all my trips, everything was gone. Even a couple of these podcast episodes that I had were like gone. So I kind of feel like the first 40 years of my life died. And I've been kind of like restarting my entire life since being back. So it's kind of been like this bittersweet thing to kind of let all those experiences and memories go. But it's kind of like also cleansing, right? To kind of start fresh, start new, a new phone, no memory, no data, no history, and just kind of like literally starting a new life, which is exactly what I've been doing here. And I think that sometimes that's just what life is, right? That's why it's called Self-Developed Life of this podcast. And if you haven't subscribed yet, the link's in my bio. Go subscribe, because there's going to be new episodes a lot more regularly than there has been in the last couple of months. Because once you listen to episode 86, you'll hear how chaotic my life has been and how I've just been kind of recovering slowly from all these major adjustments. But if you want to stay tuned to all these conversations that I had, Instagram Live, I'm going to turn this off right now. I'm going to continue this podcast episode on YouTube and iTunes. So this might be a good way to transition. Hit the link in my bio. Thanks for tuning in. There's going to be more of these lives and these IGTVs. So keep an eye out for those. So yeah, bye Instagram. Everyone else, we'll continue on right now. So I do that because Instagram only allows like 15-minute live videos, or not live, IGTVs. So you can't upload them for longer than that. But that is really, in a nutshell, what's been going on. And the thing that's so crazy is with this new position that I have, I talk to people all over the world, all day, every day. I talk to about 200 people a week. No. Sorry, 200 people a month. Under that. But I get a sense of really what's going on in the world, and I think that people are really, really, really screwed, for lack of a better word. And this episode and this series is really about helping. And even myself, like I had one of the best months of my life financially, and it was great, right? So there's a lot of opportunity even in these tough times. Even in these tough times, lots of opportunity. So I guess that's kind of the update. I don't want to go super long here. I've been going for about 15 minutes, but just know that there's going to be a ton more content coming out. I hope that you're all safe and settled wherever you're at. It's time to kind of really bunker down and take responsibility for what you want to create on the second half of 2020, because we've still got a lot of life to live. And this is just the beginning of this new normal, and hopefully not a new world order, because that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother conversation. But I think that everything happens for a reason, even things that it didn't want to happen, they did for the right reasons. So thanks for tuning in. I'm getting my speaking wheels, training wheels coming off here. So hopefully the next one will flow even better and better. And just trying to think of anything else that I wanted to update with, but I think overall that's pretty much it. It's kind of a short, quick first episode of the new season, and looking forward to sharing a lot more as we progress. So from downtown Vancouver, Beach Avenue, English Bay, wherever you're at, take care. Share this episode if you think this could help other people. Would love to get any reviews, ratings, hit that up below, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.